All right, everybody, we are going to make a card to help you learn your five-finger major patterns. So we're going to need a pencil and we're going to need some paper. I actually found some cardstock in red, but you know what? We don't need a whole sheet of paper. We're only going to use like this much of the piano. So let's cut this into some smaller pieces. All right, so now we've got a bunch. We only need one of these, so let's take the rest of them and put them aside. And we're going to take our one piece of paper, and what we're going to do, let's work right here. What we're going to do is we're going to mark the center of each key of the piano in our C position to help us learn what this is. Now, I'm starting by lining up the edge with the beginning of the C key here. But what I'm going to do to make my marks is I'm going to actually slide this piece of paper in so that we're over the part of the keys where they're all the same width. So out here, the white keys are big, but the black keys are smaller. But if I go down to where each of the keys is the same width, now I have even spacing for everything. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark the center of all the white keys starting from C. So I'm going to mark here, that's the center of my C key. Now you might not see these, we'll make these darker in a second. There's the middle of my D, the middle of my E, the middle of my F, and the middle of my G. And then the boundary for everything we're doing will just cover those 5 notes. So I want to make these marks a little bit darker. I'm going to use a black marker. Please don't do this on your piano keys. We do not want to get black ink on the piano keys. So I've closed the lid to the piano, and I'm going to take each of those marks I made with my pencil, and I'm going to darken them with my black marker. And I'm being careful not to get any ink on the lid, on the fall of the piano. So now we've got bigger marks. These are all exactly where the center of those keys are for C, D, E, F, and G. Now the names of the notes are important to us in the C position, but as you're going to see in a second, that the note names don't go on here because what we're doing is we're measuring distances, not names of keys. So I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to put my marker away, I'm going to open up the lid of my piano again, and I'm going to check my work. So even if I go to here, the center of my keys, the center of my C key, of my D key, my E, my F, and my G key, now I have marked where each of those go on my piano, no matter where I go. If I start on C, those are all going to line up. So here's the purpose of this, and here this is how it's going to help you. If I want to learn my D major position, that's starting from D, if I line this up to the center of my D key, now you can see pretty clearly I have my D and my E and my F sharp and my G and my A. So I've got now my D major position lined out. If I move over here to my E key, and again, I'm looking for the center of the key. I'm not measuring the center of the wide part. I'm measuring the center of where it's narrow here, where all the keys are the same. So now I have E and F sharp and G sharp and A and B. And if I move up to F, G, A, B flat, and C. If I move up to G, so here we are in G now, we slid over so we have some room. G, A, B, C, and D. And if I move up here to A, it's A, B, C sharp, D, and E. So those are the 5-finger major patterns that we have on the piano keyboard. Now the unit we're working on, which is Innovation 1, it does not include B, but if I did the same trick and I move this over to B, you can now see I've got B natural, C sharp, D sharp, E, and F sharp. And that would work still, even on that key when we're not doing that one. Fun thing about this, if you line this up with the center of any key, let's say I move over here to A flat, B flat, C natural, D flat, E flat, it still works. So this now is an accurate measurement of the distance between the keys for any 5-finger major pattern. Put this here. We'll figure out where D is. So D would be here. And we'll do this one. Let's move it down here. It's easier to see. So now we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. That jumped a little because it got bumped when the key moved. So here we have now F, G, A, B flat, C. G natural, or the key of G, I should say, G major. is now A major. And of course, I know these, but I'm using this as a guide to show you how you can learn it too. So there you have it, a marker and some paper. White paper would be fine. I just had red, so I used red. And we marked the center of each key in our C position. We'll go back to here. And that's how we got this made, because the width of all the keys in the piano are about the same. Same. So as long as we measure it here, we can use it anywhere to line up and find our 5-finger major patterns. There you go. Have a great day. Be nice to your teacher. They work really hard. They want you to learn. There you go. Later.